He's got to go back.
PKN 418. Is it an okay topic?
Yeah, I don't care. Yeah, I got that dog, but he bit girlfriend's dog, and he's been like aggressive, so he's got to go back. He's just a big boy.
Do you have a picture or any like? Is there anywhere we could see him? I don't want you to get hurt.
No, he's not fucking with me. Like I got the door shut.
Can I see your fucking Kyle? Come show us your rabid. What do they call it? The outdoor cat. I'm looking.
Oh,
for
feral.
A feral. Your feral dog. I want to.
No, what I did was I went down to the animal shelter and they had this what looked like a Pomsky on their site. If you don't know, it's a Pomeranian and a Husky mix. And sometimes
Pomsky picture, please.
And sometimes that turns into this real cute motherfucker that's short with a husky face. But the way like dog genetics work, sometimes you get mixed bags.
Jesus Christ! Yeah, I can tell he's aggressive. That's not even the one.
Well, like when you see like one of those like full size, like the idea is it's like a mini husky. That ain't what I have though. And when I got there, I was like, "You're not a mini husky. You're a fucking Alaskan Malamute, motherfucker. You're supposed to be in the Iditarod or some shit. What are you doing here in Georgia?" And she opened the cage for me. They have a ton of dogs, and she opened the cages of maybe 6 dogs, and only 2 of them even came out of their cage and were interested in me. Like most of them came out and they wanted to see what she was up to. But there's Toby. No, he looks just like that, except he's not as dark on the top, but his head looks like that. He's got that like flat forehead thing going on. He's not like scary or anything. It's just that like when he's around other dogs, he's like, "Hey, this is my spot," and he'll like growl at him and stuff. And I just can't have that.
He's territorial.
I can't have a territorial dog because my girlfriend has like this ancient little Pomeranian, and if this big dog like nips it to correct it, I'm afraid he's just gonna fucking kill it.
Right.
Some other dog like grabbed the Pomeranian the other day, and I had to dive over a goddamn couch and like get this little dog out of the other dog's mouth. And of course, I'm the one that gets hurt because I'm the one sticking my hand in a dog's mouth to save the little fucker.
Oh, of course.
But this dog that I got, like he's just a big dopey motherfucker. But they told me that he was an escape artist. He had been there 5 times. This is his 5th time being at the shelter. And he keeps escaping from the same owner, and every time they've come and get him, but not this time apparently. So I was like, "All right, big boy, if you can come and like stick with the program, you can come with me." And he hasn't stuck with the program, and I want to take him back.
It seems like
there's 2 issues with him. Well, there's 3. He's going to the vet tomorrow, by the way. I'm getting him all fixed up.
Yeah, because
he's got an ear infection that they weren't treating appropriately. That's no big deal. But here's the kicker: the thing that Kyle MD, what DVMD? No, is that a doctor of veterinary medicine? DVMD. I'm the only one out of this dog's multiple vet inspections. I've got a whole list of his health report. It's pages. I'm the one who realizes that the hardware they put into his leg when he broke it is exposed to the sunlight. That I can see a stainless steel bar like in this dog's ankle. Like
Jesus.
You can just see it.
First of all,
see it. It's shining.
How did no one else see this? That's crazy.
That's so fucked up.
Oh, why did your dog have refrigerator magnets on his leg?
It would stink. 100%. Like, don't imagine that I can see through like thin skin. There is a stainless steel little bar that it run. Dog's anatomy is a little weird, but let's just say it's going from what would be your dog's knees, like kind of go backwards in the back. You know, if you imagine a dog's back leg, but imagine that backwards knee where it goes up further to get more like hip bone.
I think it's like an ankle up the chain a little bit, and their feet are toes. Anyway,
well, he broke that, and there's a bar in there, and I can see the goddamn bar, so we're gonna get the vet check that out too, and we're gonna get him groomed up and looking real good. And I'm not taking him back to where he came from because they're a fucking kill shelter. So now I have a laundry list of Alaskan Malamute and Husky rescue shelters. So I'm gonna get him fixed up, spiffy, all of his like medical shit, and then we're gonna start like finding somewhere for him to go that will like take care of him. But he'll have a happy home, but it ain't gonna be here.
I was talking to someone, and I told them that you were getting a dog, and they're like, "Kyle's getting a dog? Like, is that smart?" And I'm like, "Yeah, you want to be Kyle's dog, Kyle." Kyle comes from a dog family. Kyle's dad is good at keeping dogs. Kyle has always had dogs, and this isn't Kyle's first dog. Kyle's dog is going to get love and attention. You work from home.
Yep.
Like this is a lucky dog. This person was 100%.
Oh yeah, we hang out all fucking day. Oh yeah, like me and the dog he's my shadow. So like, I go somewhere, he goes somewhere. That dog watches me take shits. That dog, that dog fucking like we go outside. He's coming with me.
Do you watch him take his shits? Yeah, that's only fair.
I watch him take his shits. He shits a lot more than I do, and eats a lot less.
Now I want you to look at the photo you sent us of the dog again, because it's a very cute dog. Mm-hmm. But when I showed the dog to my wife, she was like, "Oh, he's so cute, but does that dog have Down syndrome?"
That's exactly. I immediately thought
I was like, "It looks like the dog has Down syndrome." And then I pulled up the picture of the tiger with Down syndrome, and I'm like, "Yes, that dog has Down syndrome."
How do you
100%? I was because there was. Yeah,
the dog has Down syndrome. It didn't.
You can show the picture. I don't care.
I put it in PKA everyone so people can see.
There he is. Not it. There's nothing wrong with my dog. What are y'all saying?
He's got a propeller hat on.
Zach, do you see it in the WhatsApp? I know it might take a minute to get it on the screen.
Yeah, no, he's I don't know if the dog has Down syndrome. When I saw that cute little face, I thought that's what the Pomskis look like, because their face gets little, like a Pomeranian's got that little fucking face. And that I think that's part of, but he looks like a Malamute, and everybody sees him is like, oh, he looks like a big baby.
That's Kyle's dog for now.
Oh ha. My name is Toby.
He doesn't know his name.
He doesn't know his name.
I just saw that dog smash 2 beer bottles together in the pool on Reddit.
This dog does not have Down syndrome.
Knows his hair stands on end. It definitely has Down syndrome. First of all, that much is a fact. That's locked in.
Oh no!
And also, does his hair stand on end when he walks by the toaster?
It does.
This little metal foot.
But I am gonna get a dog. Yeah, I've just gotta. I gotta get Toby here, like down the road. Here's the dog I'm gonna get. I'm sending it. Yeah, I've already found.
If you groom up this dog currently, you could flip it.
Ooh, this dog is a high class dog.
Turn a little profit.
So I'm gonna, as soon as I can get Toby here, like somewhere safe and sound, I'm gonna buy this guy. He is
that is a classy dog. I love that dog.
He's a golden doodle, so half golden retriever, half poodle.
Is he a rescue or a?
No, he is not a rescue.
He's a breeder's dog.
Yeah,
I won't judge it.
He's going to be well behaved.
Yeah, Jack, the angry dog who you don't know how good Kyle is with dogs. Kyle is a dog guy. Dogs love Kyle. Kyle loves dogs. That's what's up. Jack didn't like Kyle. Jack
didn't like me. He needed more time. Like
that's how I felt about me and Dax. Like there were moments where I could win him over, but it didn't stick.
See, some dogs have had if dogs have had trauma, like a trauma in their life, that's a hard thing to get over, because their brain is like, our brains are made to take those traumas and turn them into skills. But,
some dogs are assholes. Let me interrupt you, because
I think Dak was scared is what I was getting. I think he'd had some kind of trauma. And so he would sit there and let you love him up because he felt safe in that moment. And he would do that for me every now and then. But if like the pieces on the board were to shift around, someone's standing by the door, he's over by here, he just woke up. Now I'm standing and I'm 6 feet tall and he's a fucking dog. Now, it's a total different scenario. Now he's like, the fuck is going on? He's skittish, staying near the walls. No good.
Jack was skittish. Now, we got Jack as a puppy. Like when we got Jack, he was too young for us to take home. That's how young he was. So we had to wait a couple weeks for him to be old enough. And they were like, all right, this is what you do. You take this dog, you put him in a kennel to socialize him so that he's friendly with other dogs. And we weren't even going anywhere. He would just do day camp at the kennel so that he got lots of interaction. And then we would have to walk him. And he was aggressive and mean. He liked the family, but anyone outside the family hated. And we brought in a dog trainer, and he came here and sort of trained us to train the dog and give us coaching on this. And we'd walk his whole life. He never liked anyone outside the family. He was just mean and aggressive. And it was kind of nice because there was a time at YouTube where fans were like hazing us and threatening us and stuff. So it was neat to have an asshole dog in the house.
And look,
but
yeah, I mean it may not just be him being a grouch. It's him doing his job, right?
There you go.
Like if you could get inside his head, he's not like some dogs. If they're in pain, they'll get real defensive and grouchy. Like I think this dog, that might be some of his issue. Like he's got a fucking earache. When I've got an earache, I am not sociable. Don't fucking talk to me. Leave me the fuck alone. I bite you too.
Your audio waves are hurting my ear.
Yeah, but your dog. But some dogs are like, this is my home fucking base. Are you coming near my people? Are you coming near my? Now you must die to the death.
He was an asshole, but he was my asshole, and I appreciated him for that.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But I can't stress enough how we did everything we knew to do to make him a happy social dog, because that's how every dog we've had is, and he wasn't that guy. So sometimes I think dogs are just they
just have their own personality.
I have a friend with 6 kids, right? And he has some kids who've never gotten his daughter had her GPA was 5.6. I was like, how did GPAs go that high? 5.6.
I didn't know that. She's going to loop her back around to an F.
Apparently at that school, if you got an A in an advanced placement class, it was a 6 or an A+ or something like that. And her grades are just so good. He has other kids. I don't want to air all his dirty laundry, but didn't have as easy a path.
They don't have double-digit GPAs. The rest of them,
and all smart kids, but not all of them trouble-free. And he'll tell me, like, you know what? Like, they just turn out the way they turn out. They were all raised in the same environment. Their mom and I loved them all the same. Some of them, they walk on water. Some of them, they can't even swim. That's just what's up. And I think dogs can be like that. Kyle,
what a booming
dog
business.
Update, Kyle.
Oh, God.
Dude, so
right.
Before you do, I do this thing where I ship things. Boy and girl are together, I'm marrying them off. This is a forever relationship. When I heard you still had your dog 2 days after the last time you talked about him, I'm like, this dog has found a home. This dog, with its external metal sticking out of its skin and aggression issues, has its forever home, and it's Kyle.
Yeah. So here's the whole story quick. I went and got this dog from the pound. He looks like a Malamute or a Husky type mix. He's got one of those stupid, cute, fucking fuzzy faces, and he's like 8.5 years old. And he has an earache.
What else is going on with his face?
I'm not done. Taylor thinks he's got Down syndrome, and that's just because. Look,
he does. He has Down syndrome. He obviously has Down syndrome.
The dog does not have Down syndrome.
Yes, he does. You got him from the short pound.
He's a good boy. He's a good boy.
Does his skull have the little point?
Needs. He's very smart. He does tricks.
Nothing sneaks up on that guy with that person.
Anyway, when I get to
like a curved monitor,
I go to this kill shelter. And it's loud as fuck in there. And I look at 3 or 4 dogs that are kind of like that dog. They don't have the small dog I'm looking for, but I want to look at everything. And he was the only one that kind of came out and was like super duper friendly and was like, "Hey, who are you? I want to know you." And I was like,
dude, I've never met a grumpy person with Down syndrome.
No, they love you immediately. So
how my dog is. He's got special needs and he loves everybody.
But I also babysit my girlfriend's dogs a lot, and they're over here a lot. And he got like food aggressive with one of the other dogs and bit her in the fucking head. And now that dog's scared.
The other dog is a little dog, right?
Not a little baby dog, but like a 30-pound German Shepherd type character.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
And so she's just like scared now anytime this big fucker is around, because he doesn't look in that picture, but he's like 75, 80 pounds. And his paws are like 3 fingers wide or more. Like
he could kill
big.
that 30-pound dog easily. You mean? Like,
oh, it's like he's got real boy teeth. Like he's got like fangs, and most normal house dogs have little dog chewy chom teeth,
like the kind that could kill a person if it bit you on the neck.
At the same time, he's 8.5 years old, and the bottom of his paw pads are so fuzzy because he hasn't been groomed that on my hardwood floors, it's like the Grinch trying to run sprints around here. He's just slippy sliding around and looking goofy, like a big goofy fucker. He's fine most of the time, but I'm always afraid that he's going to get like food aggressive and hurt somebody. So
Well, that seems
I got to keep an eye
justified
on it.
because it's already happened.
I've got little dogs around me right now. I've got a little Pomeranian and another little dog hiding out with me here. So because they're afraid of that big fucker down there. So I'm looking for a husky rescue for him because I tried to take him back and they're a fucking kill shelter and I don't want them to kill him. And he's also got they weren't taking care of his ear infection. So I'm taking him to the vet tomorrow to get his ears, give him some antibiotics for his fucking ears. And at some point, the son of a bitch got one of his back legs broken and they put some metal hardware in there. And you can see the metal hardware. And I don't mean through the skin. I mean, I went tink, tink. That's stainless steel. You could put a fridge magnet on this motherfucker. And he's just walking around smiling at people. So I got a theory that maybe the reason he got a little food aggressive is because he's in a tremendous amount of pain from between his head and his leg. And so I'm going to get all that shit sorted out for him, whatever it takes. And
you got a cyber dog
on it. Next time I'm injured, I'm going to go to Kyle's house, bark a little.
I already did this once, taking him to the kill shelter.
You got hardware in both legs. That's a bridge too far.
No, just one.
What if, let's say you got the ears fixed and maybe the leg improved a little stability and training? You think you might keep the dog? You think it's in a position where it might calm down and be more domesticatable?
I think what I'm going to try to do once I get all of his pain fixed and he's a happy boy is try to put food on the ground between the two dogs and hold them both real closely with good body harnesses and teach him that we share food here. My dad, I was talking to my dad about this, and every time he gets a new dog into his little mini pack that he rescues over there, the new dog won't realize that everybody gets a hot dog around here because they've never experienced that before. Dad's like, I got a whole pack of them, guys. Don't worry. Everybody gets a hot dog. And at first, the new dog is like, fuck you, I'll kill you for a hot dog. But after a while, it's like, oh, wait, you got enough hot dogs for everybody? All right, then all right. But anybody else shows up, they don't get none, right? Now they're
teaching your dogs about
socialism. Dude, they have to be part of a pack where you're the boss, and they need to know that all of their food is yours, and as some of your food is theirs if you say so. If anything else can be kind of scary because if you've got a dog roaming around the house that can is looming over the other dog, hey motherfucker, this is my spot. We can't have that. There's no bullies allowed around here.
It's not just the 30-pound dog for Drifter's benefit. You have the little Pomeranian.
Oh yeah,
I
got two little dogs that I'm babysitting. I've got a 15-year-old Pomeranian that's just this little happy cocksucker that looks like a caterpillar. Where you at, bitch? She's around here somewhere. And she's like.
So are all the little dogs huddled up under you for protection?
Yeah. Oh,
I'm right now.
Yeah. I'm mother hen. Yeah.
You should scoop one up. Can I see one?
I'm sitting on my I don't know where the little one is. She's actually not under me. I don't feel her, but the big girl's over here. She don't want to fuck around. She's chewing on her fake.
That's how serious Kyle is taking security. Is the potentially
the door's closed? They're in here with me.
Yeah, they're in there with you.
They're in the room.
I'm glad you're taking such precautions for the Pomeranian. That poor little guy. He needs the poor little girl.
He's snack size.
Look out for him. Yeah, they're snack. Yeah. Well, if that husky just looks at him the wrong way, might kill him.
The husky the other day,
the husky only looks wrong ways.
The Pomeranian.
Always got one eye on the prize. It is retarded.
It clearly has Down syndrome.
It is.
Zach, show the picture again in case people didn't see.
God damn it.
Leave a comment below with how much you obviously agree this dog is retarded.
That's what they look like.
And it's not that he doesn't have potential to be a sweet dog.
That's what they look. That's just what they look like. Pull up.
Have you ever seen those graphics where they take one side of someone's face and they show how weird it would look if you were fully symmetrical? That's what this dog looks like. There's something you know what's up.
It's just been mirrored.
It's a cute boy. Look at his floofy paws.
But is the dog friendly to people? Does people aggressive?
Oh, he's had a bath since then. I got in the fucking bathtub with this motherfucker. I get in my underwear and I've got a big jacuzzi tub and we get in the jacuzzi together and he didn't hate it, but he didn't love it either. But he's tomorrow he's going to the vet first and then after they clear him to get groomed, I'm going to have them. I know they have an undercoat. You can't shave them down, but I'm going to have them trim him as close as is appropriate for a husky type mix. And so he can cool off and look pretty, because he's a beautiful dog, just Down syndrome aside. And I think he's like, I looked at like, I think it's pronounced Samoyeds. It's like Samoyed. And that's what he looks like to me. Like that's that dirt face look that you're talking about.
But Samoyeds were like a little floofier.
He's a mix,
I don't know.
I think Kyle is suggesting.
Yeah, I think he's a mix of something. See, I thought I was hoping when I saw him online, because they made it look like he was really short. Something about like the way his legs are so floofy makes him look short. But in the picture that I saw him in originally, I thought he was half Pomeranian, half husky, a Pomsky. And Pomskys are so
husky,
cool.
half foolish. We
call it the retarded husky.
I want to see a husky corgi mix. Like that seems like a neat combo.
Oh yeah, I like that too.
Probably Google
Clearly
that.
not consensual. A husky corgi mix.
As soon as I get rid of this motherfucker, I have been looking at those like designer dogs that are like there's so they take the poodle and they let it. If you're a poodle, you get to fuck. All right, they're gonna be bringing you strange, exotic pussy all day, every day.
There's all kinds of something.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Its body is so disproportional. Looks like
right about
it looks like a husky that's been scrunched.
I can pull a short sled.
Poodles get to fuck all the time because all the owners want their dog mixed with that hypoallergenic.
Because they're hypoallergenic, they don't shed, and you end up with these like curly hue looking like weird. That dog that I showed you the other day, that's a half golden retriever, half poodle. It's fucking looks like a cartoon character. That's the dog I want. If I didn't have this burden in my house downstairs, I guarantee if I walk out that door and look down the stairs, he's down on the hardwood looking up at me. Yeah, this is the dog I'm getting. As if it's still there once I get rid of this burden.
What's Burden's real name, or do we just go by Burden?
Burden's real name is Rocky. But I felt like I shouldn't bond to him, so I call him a different name every time I talk to him. So I call him Eskimo Joe sometimes. Cool. I call him Eskimo Joe sometimes. Sometimes I call him Toby, and I do that whole thing from Roots where I go, "Your name is Toby," and then he looks at me all retarded. Come on, that's not Chappelle did it. It's funny.
Chappelle did.
But it's a cute dog that needs a home.
He's got one.
What if it loves you?
I'll tell you about love. Last night at 2 a.m., I went down there and warmed up some beef broth to soak the fucking hard food in. You know why? Because I put 2 and 2 together and realized with an earache, I bet it hurts to chew. And he fucking loves it now because he's got soft food that he can just slurp up without chewing.
You're so supportive. You're such a good doggy daddy. You get that at the vet? Aw, look at the doggy daddy. Go home to mommy and daddy. It drives me crazy when they do that.
Dude, I didn't realize how much I hated that until now. You're right.
Like, okay, so we're all 30s-ish here. Yeah. So I personally don't have kids. Yeah, so I'm in the same train. No kids. And everybody's like, yeah, look at your baby. It's your fur babies. Oh, your little fur babies. And I'm like, no, that's a dog. That's a pet. It's not a child. If that was my child, I'd have to have a very different conversation with my wife about where it came from.
Yeah, and you shouldn't have him at the vet.
Because he doesn't look like me at all.
Yes, I see it.
I watched a clip. I watched a clip on YouTube today, and it was Patrice O'Neal meeting Borat. And this is when Borat, before the movie, it was just when he was just an Ali G character that a lot of people took for real when they met him until he got real ridiculous. And one he had this joke. It's probably been told before, but they were talking about sex positions and big women or something, and he was like, "You're a fat." To Patrice O'Neal, and like they're having a good time. And then he said, they asked him about sex positions in Kazakhstan. He said, most famous sex position in Kazakhstan is a dog style. And they're like, oh yeah. It's just when the man he stand up like this, and the dog he lay down. Fucking early in the morning, my neighbor knocks on the door. African-American fellow, real nice guy. Had a few chats with him. He smokes weed off the roof of his house sometimes, which I think is hilarious. He's like, it's like I'm gonna tell,
like he's keeping a secret.
So
it's workahol,
and that kind of leans into this. Him like getting on the roof of his house to smoke because he locked himself out of his house. Him and his wife this morning, they're locked out and they're jammies in the fucking yard.
Embarrassing.
And they're going door to door looking for a ladder so that he can climb up on the little overhang on his like front porch, go into the second floor window into his bedroom, and get back in the house. And he's begging. And I have a ladder. And I'm just like,
but he doesn't know that.
He doesn't know it. He's never seen my ladder. and at first, I'll admit, I was like, damn, that sucks. I'll let you know if I think of anything. And I went inside and I went, I can't leave him out there. And I went and got the fucking ladder and I was like, turns out I got a big ladder here. A brand new big ladder. So let's get you up on your house. So that's what I was doing at like 9 fucking a.m. in the morning. I was not up for climbing roofs at 9
I
in the
like
morning,
that 9 a.m. is a crack of dawn, unreasonable time to exist as consciousness.
Well, what you got to keep in mind is I don't have shit to do at 8. Right? And I'd be up at 7. You know,
it's just the reference to 9 a.m. Like the exasperation.
Maybe
it was a single-digit time.
Were you guys aware the sun is up by 9?
I'm 6 hours out of. All right, I put my head on the pillow, and 6 hours later, there's a man waking me up. That's why I just put it in your whatever weird kind of way you do things. You know, like go. Oh, I went to bed. It'd be like someone knocking on your door at 3 a.m. or something, wanting a ladder. That's what happened to me. So no, we got him all straightened out. Though.
That was kind of you.
Ladder and everything. I guess it was. I don't know. I kind of feel
you
bad.
You are loading up on karma. The ladder guy, the dog surgeries. I guess that's it.
He took in a special needs dog. That alone is huge karma.
I did. Needs. And I'm not even talking about the retardation. He's got physical issues. Yeah.
Well, the leg. How's he doing?
He's having a great fucking time, dude. That dog. I left a blanket in front of the dryer last night. It needed to be clean, so he went and took a big shit right on it. And then, and so now it really needs to be washed, right? I'm like, hey,
a big old shit because you've been feeding him sandwiches.
Yeah. I'll get to that. So like, he's a picky eater. He won't eat fucking dry dog food. I think it might hurt his teeth. I don't know. He's got good teeth. It's not like they're bad. But anyway, he takes a shit on his big black blanket and he does this thing after he does his business where he like does those rear kicks like, yeah, I was here. Yeah. Like big aggressive ones, kicking moss and grass everywhere. And he had clearly done that to the blanket because it was like covered up. I had to I smelled it and I was like, oh God, no. And I had to unfurl the blanket and find the poop. And there's that big old dog turd in there. So that's the worst he's done, though. He hasn't vomited or taken a messy poop anywhere. But he lays these nice dry turds on places that are easy to clean up occasionally if you don't take him out.
Of course you hate vomit, but I forgive it. I've never seen a dog revenge vomit or decide to vomit. This is a dog in distress.
Yeah. He didn't want to throw up. Nobody wants to throw up. You throw up. Although drunk people, I have a hard time. I don't want to deal with your vomit. Like you brought this on yourself, cocksucker.
Not the same kind of sympathy.
Yeah, it's not a stomach flu vomit. It's like, come on.
So last night I went to feed him late, like 10 p.m. or something like that. I feed him twice a day, like a pound of wet food at a time. And I'm out of wet food. He will not eat the dry food. And so I look in the fridge and I've got a pound of roast beef. so I made him I get some mayonnaise and some bread and I made him a big fucking
You put mayo on his sandwich?
Yeah, I mean, I would want mayo on it. I want some dry ass roast beef sandwich. Get out of here.
That's so courteous.
I'm with Kyle on this one.
Any mustard?
No, he doesn't like mustard. A little relish, but he likes a little crunch in there. No, I didn't even watch him eat it. I was like, dinner served. And I put down a sandwich that I could not have eaten. And then when I went down there this morning, there was a tiny triangle of bread crust left there. And I got a feeling he was leaving that for me. Aww. I think that was for me. I think he was saving that. He was like, I left you some. Probably not, though. He's just fucking full.
Do you think he's going to have permanent residence? Like at first, you were clearly looking for where to get him next. And now
he's doing better. You know, he's got the leg thing. He's limping around on that. I'm not going to spend $5,000 on this dog's leg or anything, but I'm giving him pain pills every day. And as long as he doesn't bump it on anything, he's not even
like
he
a
doesn't
payment
even
plan for his leg.
Yeah,
aspirin's cheap, you know.
It's aspirin, okay.
Yeah, it's dog aspirin. It tastes like liver. So no, he's doing okay. He's downstairs right now, fucking smiling.
Does he take his pills well?
I wrap him in cheese.
I mean, I have a dog that I'm the only one in the house who can get him to eat it. Like it's with Harley. You have to tip her mouth up. You have to open it. You have to make sure her tongue is not forward. Like it needs to be like in the back position.
Yeah.
Drop it deep in her throat. Hold it closed, and then I rub her neck. And even then, I'm like 80% successful. There's a process, and I've been doing this for a long time.
How large are the pills?
She's just hard, tiny.
Amazon sells dog pill hiders. They're little
pill
treats
pockets
that are hollow.
Oh, sure. Tried them. No, she's on to you, Kyle.
Discerning.
Yeah.
My dog, like when he got to the crunchy part in the middle of the cheese, didn't think a thing of it.
No, my dog's
it was a pill the size of a nickel.
No, these tiny pill, everything. She just doesn't do pills well. And we've tried the pill hiders, and you put it in there, and it looks like a what is the hors d'oeuvre that's like a tiny hot dog?
Oh, pigs in a blanket.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. It kind of looks like that, but there's a hole where the pig would be, and it just
like
doesn't
combos. Remember combos?
Yeah, it's like a combos.
Yeah,
and
that's a better analogy.
You fold the soft top over it. Mm-hmm. Like I do that with my dogs, and every time I give them one, I'm always waiting for them to figure it out. But I'm batting 100. They've never figured it out. They've never cared. Like they just like Fozzie swallows it whole because he doesn't want to lose out, and then Teddy eats it to spite Fozzie because he always saves his treats until after Fozzie's done, so he can be a dick about it. Very vindictive.
What I really like about this dog is at least when he pees, he takes those old man dog pees where he just but all legs on the ground, squat, and then all of it. All of it, not some little marking territory nonsense. Hey, you better smell this later. I got 30 more spots to hit. He drains the fucking lizard. Okay. He takes longer pisses than I do. I like he pissed inside the other day on my fucking rug in the living room. That's when I bought the steam cleaner. And he started, and I was like, no. Wait a goddamn it. Go! Like you're gonna set a fucking record over there, dude. Like he went for a solid minute and 10 seconds or something. I was like, I don't know. I'm gonna need a special vacuum to clean this up.
Dude, when you have Great Danes, it's
I can't imagine
another thing.
Yeah.
It's like how do you clean up a dog urine, right? You grab a couple paper towels. If it's a big dog, like maybe even a lot of them.
Towel, yeah.
You are sacrificing a beach towel to the urine gods. Just admit this is where we are. It's going to take one of your more absorbent household towels that you'd use on yourself, and then you'll put that thing straight in the outside garbage.
It's literally like if I came over to your house and you were like, Jackie, Taylor peed in the living room. like that amount of pee. Like you walk in and I'm just openly pissing. Like that. That's too big of a deal. Is that Memphis?
Memphis, that's it. Memphis needs attention.
Yeah, Memphis is terrified of that big bully out there.
No.
She's lording his sandwich rights over the rest of the dogs, eating their breadless.
This little female dog terrorizes him. She wants to play, and he doesn't like to play. He wants to lie down and relax. And she's like nibbling at his feet, like, "Come on, let's fucking play! Like, fucking play! Come on, I'll bully you, bitch!" And he's like, "Ah, leave me alone."
This is
like,
sleep abuse.
Yeah, they're fucking cute dogs.
They are.
I'm still considering getting a puppy, even if I keep the big boy. I don't know. I kind of want a whole bunch of them. Now.
You should.
They're,
go all in, man. Both
your father does that. He likes a pack of dogs.
He's down to 3. He's down to 3 now. One of them is, we did the math the other day, and Elizabeth she was born in 2004. So,
wow.
And it's
18.
Yeah, so 18 years old. At least maybe a little. It's either 2004 or 2003. So that
I didn't know dogs made it that far on the farm. I thought they typically ran through a ventilation fan or got stepped on by a cow or something.
All of those things have happened. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But she has not. She's the last of her litter to survive. I remember her dad and mother, and they're Fred and Trixie. I remember them very well back in the day. They had a whole litter of puppies, and those puppies were, our dogs for over a decade. She sits in her chair now, eats her snacks. She's like deaf almost, blind almost. She sits on a comfy, like tuffet on a comfy chair next.
She made a lifetime of good decisions in a dangerous environment. So
pretty bright.
Yeah. She's a happy inside dog over in Dad's living room. I guarantee right now she's sitting on that couch, like waiting on Dad to give her some bologna.
That's a good dog life right there. Actually, I wouldn't mind that.
Are you looking at you said a Maltese or a Bichon a little bit ago when you were looking at puppies?
Yeah, I like those those like white faggy dogs like you have, but
yeah,
but
I love them too. A Bichon Frise. I had a Bichon named Tobo. He was great growing up. Great,
but at the
great
same time, like that Labradoodle looks cool to me. I see there's a Labradoodle not on TikTok, but I think it's I saw it on YouTube Shorts. This guy has an enormous one. Like it's like they thought he starts when it's a puppy, and then the music's playing. It's like dun 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 dun, and then it skips forward. Now he's this big fucking dog, and the guy's still happy. He's like dun 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 dun, and the dog gets bigger again, and it's like, oh no, what is that? Like he's got like 130-pound Labradoodle that just like is the bane of his existence with his like weekly like haircuts and shit like that. So I kind of want one of those Labradoodles. They're so fucking cute. But
they should make a Corgadoodle or something.
They do. Oh,
yeah. It makes poodles.
I said this the other day. If you're a poodle in the dog breeding business, you're getting fucking all kinds of pussy. They're flying it in for you. All kinds of exotic tail.
Get you some strange.
Getting you some strange foreign pussy if you're a male poodle, because they're wanting to like get you some caca something pussy and some. Like everything. They'll breed poodles to everything. There was a Great Dane and a poodle mix the other day. Like all the big dogs, the little dogs, they don't care. They'll let a poodle fuck them.
Yeah. Well, there's a big market for hypoallergenic dogs, so they're just like easy peasy. Let the poodle fuck this kind. Let's see what we get.
It's like decent. Yeah.
It's ugly, but it doesn't make you sneeze. So.
Yeah. The golden retriever mixed with the poodle makes a golden doodle. And those things. That's what I was looking at. That cute fuzzy faced motherfucker. That's like $850 dog. But dude, there's some really expensive ones on there. Like $850 is cheap.
I would say that the initial cost of the dog is a pretty small part of the price of owning a dog, and I'm not super sensitive to it. Now I know if the dog is $3,000, that's a lot.
Yeah,
but if you get a free dog, look, you're probably going to spend $800 right away.
I did.
Yeah. Right. For examtle, Kyle's dog. I forget.
Yeah. But I walked into that. I could have gotten
twice.
I mean, I intentionally got a fixer-upper dog. I got him because he's a fixer-upper.
I can save him. I can change him.
Oh, no. There were some dogs with emotional problems, and I didn't want any part of their little issue. There was 2 or 3 of them that were trying to get me as I walked past their cage.
Yeah, don't get them then. They're damaged goods.
And then there's like one that just laid there and wouldn't even look at me, all pitiful. It's super sad up there. And when I went to take him back and return him, and like on the paperwork, it's like, just so you know, this is a kill shelter. We will kill him. And I was just like, fuck! I didn't know that. Shit. And we just had to leave.
I didn't know they'd like threatened you at the pound.
They threaten you when you turn them in. Yeah. Yeah.
You should have called their bluff and been like, can I do it? It's like, sir, you need to drop out of high school for this.
Well, let me see your GED. This looks legit. Get the hell out of here.
Felon is ye?
I've got a diploma, but I am a felon. Oh, why didn't you say so? Step right up. Here's your stick. No, everybody there was like, my wampum stick. You just club them to death back there like baby seals. I want the pelts. See, they throw them all into this big communal doggy incinerator afterwards. She's sleeping on my feet now, but I always wondered why they don't do anything with the pelts.
Yeah, they should. They should donate that.
No, they should make big blankets out of them. Like I'd like a blanket made out of the pelts of many dogs.
And you put the new dogs under it.
I mean, they can hop in bed. That's a given. But I want the dog blanket, kind of a Cruella de Vil type situation.
What do you mean that they're mass cremating the dogs?
Oh, they just like throw them all into a giant.
It's not a schedule. It's like Tuesday kill day, and they just like knock them all out.
Well, they don't like one at a time. Them is what I'm saying. They just like throw them all in there, and then they burn them all.
It's pretty disrespectful.
Well, if you're taking your pet up there, they put your little guy in there, personally incinerate him, and then give you the ashes back.
I don't think I want my dog's ashes.
I don't personally. So here's another thing they'll do. They'll take the ashes and they'll like turn them into like a gym or something, or a paw print. You can get shit like that done. And I'll tell the story quickly, but I had an ex-girlfriend and she had adopted a cat from the Fur Kids. Big thing here in Atlanta. I don't know if they're nationwide. That's where you go get your pet. It's a premier agency. They do check up on you big time, though. They don't give pets to just anybody. Mm-hmm. She'd gotten this little cat. Cat got the zoomies, ran into a fucking door, broke its own goddamn neck, and dropped dead. This girl is heartbroken.
She
just watched her best little buddy kill himself in the living room, doing something he'd done 1,000 times. Shocker, heartbreaker. She cremates him, urn on the mantle, little picture next to it, crying for weeks. Finally, she's over it. It's time to replace this little guy. So she goes back to the Fur Kids. Yeah, I'm ready for a new one. They're like, oh, okay. So what happened to Bonzo? We see you got him like 6 months ago. And she's like, oh, Bonzo got the zoomies and he ran into a door and broke his neck. And they're like, man, if you don't tell us the truth about what happened to that cat, we're not going to give you another cat. And she's like, what are you talking about? He got the zoomies. All right, you're on the list. No cats for you. They refused to give her another cat. They did not believe her bullshit story about him getting the zoomies and breaking his neck, which is 100% true. It's just a fluke. It happens. Weird shit happens.
Sometimes cats kill themselves.
I've never seen it, never heard of it. I've seen cats bonk their heads 1,000,000 times, but this time, right angle or bad cat neck or something, drop fucking dead. Aneurysm, who knows? I don't know. But they won't give her another fucking cat, and I thought that was the saddest thing I'd ever heard.
That is, well, I mean, drive 15 minutes, there's 1,000 cats. Like, do they have a network where they're like, at this very second, every pound is passing along the message, don't let Trixie get another cat? Like,
no,
I bet she got another one.
I'm sure she got another cat.
If it happens again, I don't believe her.
Yeah, she definitely took my girlfriend's side in the breakup, so who cares?
The cat did?
I bet she killed that fucking cat.
No, but my girlfriend's friend. It doesn't matter. Yeah, I don't know. I like these dogs. This one's laying on my feet right now, just like, here we go. And I've got foot pedals down there, so I'm real worried she's going to start typing. I've been using the foot pedals for like every game I play. It's pretty awesome.
I'm glad you're taking such good care of that special little guy.
Oh my God. I guess I'm going to have to get him a fucking surgery, this piece of shit. Last night he started coughing.
How did you come into
for the leg?
How did you come into contact? How do you own this fucking retarded?
I wanted a dog.
Please show a picture of the dog.
They take the same bus.
Zach, can you find a picture of the dog?
I wanted a dog, and I'd been looking at lots of dogs online. I kept seeing this little fucker in the local shelter, and I don't know. I went in there, and there he was, and he was like friendly. And he's got a happy little face, and he was way bigger than I thought he was going to be when I got there.
Like a moon face, you might say.
Yeah. And was he like way stronger than you thought he would be?
He had this
Does he have a massive cock?
And so when I got him home, I noticed that one of his back legs has been broken before.
He's totally...
he's filled out since then.
He was Down syndrome for sure.
He can't possibly fill out anymore.
Dogs have Down syndrome?
No,
it's a real thing.
That's what they look like. He's filled out since then. I've been feeding him. He's gained weight. Looks better. He doesn't look retarded anymore.
You got to fill out the outer sides of his head to make that look normal.
They do. His neck filled out. Like he was just looking like shit. But his back leg has been broken in the past, and there's like hardware that they, screws and like bars or plates or whatever, and you can feel them. But in one spot, it's like showing through the skin. And I don't mean like, I can kind of see through the skin. I mean, like that's metal. Tink, tink, tink. Like the skin is like open.
Have you
there.
put a magnet on it? Do you know?
Of course not. That would be horrific. What if it feels bad?
It won't be magnetic anyway, because it's like
probably titanium, but it might be stainless steel because some vets use stainless steel because it's cheaper in their dogs.
Yeah.
So they don't care if it weighs, a few ounces here and there. It's a dog. But
I suppose he's not going through a metal detector, is he?
But he's been limping a little bit, and like it seems like he can't get very comfortable sometimes. Like he'll get up multiple times and kind of spin around and sit down, and he's always moving around. So I think I'm going to get him a fucking leg surgery. I bet they're going to rape my ass with this leg surgery. I bet it's. I don't even want to speculate. It's going to be expensive.
You know what? You should name this dog the YouTube Money.
I for the longest time I've been refusing to like actually give him a name. Like they said his name was Rocky, but like sometimes I call him Toby, and I do that whole thing from Roots. I go, "Your name is Toby," and because he's hard to respond to any name, and I think I've been calling him Eskimo Joe from another racist movie, Django, where the one
just having a blast with that guy over there.
yeah, and so just not wanting to actually give him a name.
Come here, boy. We're gonna watch Django, but only up to the part where he gets away.
He looks. I don't know. I kind of.
Oh, you lost your audio.
Oh, we lost you. Now we're not going to know what his dog situation is.
About his racist dog. No.
Yeah, he's taking
that dog definitely has something going on though. Why is eyes so bright?
Kyle doesn't want to admit he's retarded.
Woody and I instantly saw it.
Oh yeah.
Instantly. I showed it to my wife. Instantly she saw it. Everyone knows.
So the dog has Down syndrome, if not a fetal alcohol.
I don't know if dogs
was drinking
yeah. Maybe like it's like people feed their dogs like beer sometimes. They're like, that's
Can you hear
maybe
me?
they just
Yes.
He's not retarded.
He's so retarded.
He started coughing. He started coughing last night.
Donkey brains.
And he coughed for like a solid minute. This and I was like, "Don't die." Nah, don't.
That would solve so many problems.
Don't die. And I was already thinking, like, if you died, I'd immediately go buy that really cool puppy I found. I was like, me and him would be real good friends, and he doesn't have metal in his leg.
You're just like, yeah, I've just always kept sticks of xylitol gum around the house. That's just the way I've always been.
Oh no, he got into the chocolate.
If you didn't know that, xylitol will kill dogs. Tiny amounts of it will kill large dogs.
So will radiator fluid.
Jesus,
radiator fluid.
Well, I'm not gonna kill the dog.
It tastes
I hate this
sweet.
conversation.
We don't need to give dog killing recipes or anything.
I imagine.
No, you don't even know.
Dude, the thing about it is
smell it.
The thing about it, Kyle, it's easy because they trust you. A renowned dog.
We had our cat cost us a bunch of money the other day because we were just sitting there and my wife's like, "Oh, look at the cat," and I'm like, "What the fuck?" I turn to the cat and it's just drooling like fucking profusely out of its mouth. I'm like, that cat's meant to drool? Like, what the fuck is wrong with this cat? Like, it wasn't like a little. It was like strings of like the entire front of the cat was like soaking wet. I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake. And she's a little bit older. She's like 10 or 11 years old. And so I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake, what is wrong with this fucking cat now? Because like she's done some stupid shit before. Like she knocked a glass off the table once and then just like jumped off the table at the same time and landed on it and just like sliced her leg, almost like fucking like the muscle like split in half. Cause like this guy's like fucking $2,000 to fix. Yeah. And I'm like, yeah, sick. Thanks for that. And
cat.
Yeah, for a cat. And then she's like drooling. And of course, my wife loves this cat. Like this is her first cat. And she
what's it look like?
It's a ginger cat. It's
those are hard to find.
Yeah, I know. Well, actually, it's a female ginger, which are actually quite rare. But yeah, but my wife loves this cat. Like it's her best friend. And so, of course, she goes into a fucking meltdown because the cat's drooling, so it must be dying. And so she's freaking the fuck out. And I'm like, all right, we'll take her to the vet. And I'm like, so I'm streaming. My wife's like losing her fucking mind. And we end up taking this cat to the vet. And then we get there and the vet's just like, oh, there's nothing wrong with her. She probably had something caught in her throat. That'll be $200, thanks. It's just like,
Jesus.
Oh, no.
fuck. So I took a day off work, $200, take the cat there because it's fucking drooling, and then it's just fine. We take it home and it's just fucking fine.
Yeah, that's so much of what you have to do with vet. Like I remember when I was in college, my brother was in high school. He had like younger high school. He had like a sandwich, a peanut butter sandwich with like cooked weed in it that he like made a firecracker with or something, like where you put it in the oven with the weed on it. And this literally happened twice. And he just left a weed sandwich under his bed. And this is a long time ago. And we were just sitting around in the living room, me and my mom, my brothers, a couple people. And Tobo, our little Bichon Frise, comes out. And he's acting normal at first. But then like after a bit, he's like like stumbling. He's having trouble like moving correctly. And then it gets to the point where he's just like almost comatose on there, like tongue out, eyes red as the devil's dick. And for maybe an hour, my youngest brother was like, I don't know what's up with him. I don't know what's wrong with him. And then finally we got him to admit, he's like, I'm sorry. There was a whole weed sandwich under my bed. And we're like, how much did he eat?
He's like, weed sandwich.
It was like, I've never done this, but I guess you can put weed in like something with fat in it, like peanut butter. And then like high school kids would like put it in the oven or microwave it or something. And like it made it active enough to get you high. I never did that. Seems disgusting. But he was like, yeah, he ate it. And we're like, how much did he eat?
It gets you crazy high.
It got total fucked up. And he, this was the second time he had done this, and so he came clean more quickly. The first time he had accidentally drugged the dog with a firecracker sitting out. He like took him to the vet and then had to pay for it for the vet to go like, is he high? And he's like, yes. And he's like, then you take the dog home. Like, there's nothing we can do here. That'll be $700. like that level of shit. But yeah, weed fucks up dogs just like it fucks up people, but way worse. I felt so bad for the cute little Tobo that whole evening. Both of those evenings, because it's like for a dog, he's probably having
the best time of his life though. He's probably just sitting there in his head and just like listening to like Bob Marley inside his brain, just like
I hope so. I think he was probably horrified, just like I've never experienced altered reality in any way. Like I felt so horrible for him. I knew this one kid in high school. I didn't know this about him until later, but like he would like try and get his dog drunk sometime.
Oh,
like and I remember once like we were at his house for a thing. It was probably like either like early college, and like everyone was at his house. We were all sitting down drinking and everything, and he was like wasted and like laughing, like, watch this, I'm gonna give beer to Stevie or whatever. And like you like even among like drunk wasted people, like unanimous response, like what is wrong with you? Like don't do that. You're gonna hurt him.
What kind of dog?
It was like a lab, like a normal lab looking dog.
Beer. Miller Lite.
I don't know.
He didn't have Miller Lite. He didn't have
probably
one.
something like that.
Have one.
It's not good for him. You shouldn't like that.
Dude, he killed a raccoon last summer. The dog can have a beer. All right, come on.
He's a fucking killer.
Big boy.